Okay, folks. Hey, how you doing tonight? Good to see you and everything else like that. Thank you for coming to our corporate credit training today and information about what we talked about the last couple of weeks. Also, what I said last night, and also what I said last Wednesday. I said you would have the DUNS number on the United States and all the stuff that I said I would give to you. So, and also you're going to have, it's going to all tie into why your corporations are so important. So first of all, congratulations for being here. Also, those of you that are beginning to go ahead and learn about your corporation, about your credit, let me go ahead and tell you, this is one of the biggest things you want to begin to understand. Your biggest things you want to understand is why you want corporate credit. First of all, we're not here to be your legal attorneys. We're not here to go ahead and give you financial advice. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're not here to be your CPA or your accountant. All we're here is to go ahead and coach you and tell you, be a consultant of what we do and what works for us. And we can show you the same structures and strategies. Also, the strategies have been taken since 1985 all the way to current and present. And some of them haven't even changed at all. Still the same thing, still the same clothing. Nothing's changed. Why? You're going to see in a few minutes why they haven't changed. All right. So congratulations. Get a pen and paper. Get ready to write. Get ready to learn because we're going to go through this. It's going to be a full pack night. Full pack night. We're going to rumble. So get your seat, get a cup of coffee, enjoy your time, bring your loved one with you, bring your person that you don't like or you do like or whatever it is, so you can go ahead and hear and get the information that you're looking for to go ahead and be successful in the way you want to be, which means this. If you want to learn to be successful in building the corporate credit business, one thing you want to begin to learn is this. It's going to take time. Every 90 days, every 90 days, every 90 days, you will be building and growing. It's just like going to college. Those who went to college, it's almost every 90 days or every 4 months, you're graduating from one step to the next step to the next step. It keeps building and building and building. Anybody knows if you're going to go ahead and build a successful organization and have their staff members be excellent in what they do, you first must be excellent in knowing what you do. So, with further ado, let's go forward. Here we go. Now, I promise you some things, and here we go. Now, I promise you about the one thing about the government. I tell you, the United States government is a corporation, company, municipality located in the District of Columbia. The territory is under the British Crown. Duns and Bradstreet business company number is right there in front of you. Write that down. For those of you that are fact checkers, please fact check. Fact check. In fact, we're looking for someone to join our team that's a fact checker, because everything we give out is something that's not made up. All right. You're going to also learn that the 50 states, the republic states of in the country is of the union, right? But hold on, they're separate. The United States, the U.S. Department of Treasury is under the British Crown Dun and Bradstreet number. There's your Dun and Bradstreet number. Go check this one out. Also, the IRS is under the British Crown Dun and Bradstreet company number. There it is, right there for you as well, folks. You're going to begin to realize what happened and what goes on in this whole world and why the corporation is so awesome. Not an LLC, not a limited liability corporation, but a company. Excuse me. LLC is limited liability company, not a limited liability corporation. It's a limit liability company. All right. Okay. So now the IRS is under the British Crown Dun and Bradstreet company number. Also, another thing is this: the private banking system corporation Federal Reserve Board of Governors is under the British Crown Dun and Brad business company. There's a number right there. Folks, go fact check this. Then next week, we're going to go ahead and give you a breakdown of some other things you're going to see in a minute. There's a little more that goes with this, but this is just like the top to see what's going on. Here's going on. Here, remember I mentioned to you about building credit to your corporation and then learning about divisions and daisy chaining your credit. Here is reason why you folks, I know that you're not being taught properly when they say get corporate credit. The reason why they talking about corporate credit the way they do is because they don't know really what it means to have a division. This is some of the stuff you want to begin to understand is in corporate credit. You want to know exactly everything what goes on and how the structure is done. And the structure's been done for us way back when. It's already been done for you. But most of you don't realize that how the government's set up. And now this is just a brief synopsis. Hold on now. Here we go. Here's how the corporation set up under the United States of America, right? First of all, the corporate umbrella is the United States of America, Inc. Notice the little boxes, those are the divisions. They manage 50 states. Every state is a corporation. How it became that is through the 14th Amendment. Okay, they've made corporations into people. Here's what the whole thing, I don't care what group you belong to, Democrat, Republican, Federalist, non-Federalist, I'm my own territory, whatever it is, sovereignty, whatever all that stuff is, all that nonsense, nonsensical information. This here information is very important to understand the power you have when you're a corporation. You've joined, when you become a corporation, not a limited liability company, but when you become a C Corp or corporation, you join the mafia family. I'm gonna just call it like it is. Call it like it is. It's designed perfectly. But a lot of you don't want to pay attention to the power you've been given through the 14th Amendment, since it's recognized as a people. Okay? Under US law, some essential rights of the 14th Amendment belong not only to the American citizens, but also to the corporations, thanks to a few key Supreme Court cases and a controversial legal concept known as corporate personhood. This is what I've been practicing. This is why I keep, how can you put it? This is why the mantra I keep coming and preaching to you. And I'm saying preacher, I'm preaching from the top, all right? I'm preaching from the top. Hallelujah, okay? This is why I've studied this backwards and forwards and upside down and all around. I have my mentors, have everything else to check all this stuff. Fact checkers, again, I'm calling all fact checkers, Check this information out. Tell me if I'm inaccurate or not. Here's the reason why, because you're going to find out that this is straight on, spot on. Why? A lot of people don't talk about this. Why don't they? Because they're afraid. What's there to be afraid of when it's just the truth? See, the truth is not about setting you free. The truth allows you to go ahead and move freely. That's why when someone says, hey, did you ever do X? And you say, yes, I did. That's okay. Keep going. Told the truth, but you have to kind of, well, no. The truth is just, hey, yes, it's green, and that's what I did. Okay, great. Move on. Here's what I want to let you guys know. One thing the U.S. is able to do when it runs out of money, it can print money. That's what you can't do, but yet you can do it by applying for corporate credit, other people's money. You're going to find out in the next slide. Here you go. Managing 50 states. Every state is a corporation. Every state's a corporate umbrella. 50 states. Every state is a corporation. That's what those little boxes are down here. The little boxes you see right down here. In fact, if you remember this, way back when, Orange County in California, bankruptcy, the overview, you go look up the Orange County crisis in California. Chapter 9 BK is just for cities. Okay, you're not a city, all right? Oh, also tonight you're gonna hear family in the background because we're having a get together. You're gonna hear the dogs and whatever. Again, this is all live. This is not rehearsed. Some of it gets put up on YouTube and some of it gets put on Facebook, but if this is live right now, you'll get it tonight. And tonight, if you're listening tonight, you'll understand this. But what I'm saying about managing every state, the United States has an umbrella. They have divisions, okay? They have divisions, and divisions are very important because the divisions are your line of defense. The division is the line of defense for United States Inc. Corporation. That's why you really think the Senate, and you think really who you call the other guys is you got the Senate, then you have your other 400 some odd 50 conglomerate people in the arena they're playing, your congressmen, all right? Hey, they're nothing but just part of, guess what? If you understand, when I talk about corporations, if you understand the beauty of it, they're nothing but directors. They're directors, the 400 some odd Congress people. The United States Senate, or the senators or senatees, the women, they're nothing but, guess what? Guess what they are? They are like a CEO, CFO. They are just a person now that has a an authoritative position, or a congressperson hopes to be one day. See, this is why they were able to go ahead and do inside training. This is the reason why you can go in broke as a congressman and come out rich. You have inside information they're allowed to share, because you can share this amongst a corporation. And since the corporation is the US, is the head of the other 50 states, it's allowed to get some information. Hello? There's some things they can do, and that's why they come out rich. And here's the thing, you too can come out rich if you're willing to play the game. Get some courage, get some skin in the game. Here, everyone's been telling you about all this other corporate simple stuff. I'm telling you, we don't cut, we give you the stuff to know why you're doing what you're doing. This game's been set up for you, the public. I'm talking to you, It's been set up for you years ago, but there's not going to tell you how to do it. It's your job to go figure it out. And some of you can't figure it out, so you quit. You quit. Because, if you think that we're going to go, I even gave all of you an opportunity. Our whole team was ready to go ahead and take you on. We were going to take all of you on. We have a few people that did. A few means more than a dozen, okay, in our book. But they came and they followed the program. You were able to have the first 90 days free to show you how to build it, how to build it unincorporated if you didn't have enough money on a shoestring budget. Cost you like $45 instead of $125 or $150, or some states $300. Okay. And then we showed you how to get a tax ID. Then we showed you how to get your phone listed in the 401 directory. Some of you are bright and brilliant, so you figure that out on your own. Another thing, learn how to get you Dun & Bradstreet. You got your checking account. Once you got your checking account, then you went to register with Dun & Brad. Then you went to go ahead and apply for some things where we told you to go apply. Like I said, Pilot Flying J. You can apply the minute you get your social security number and have a bank account. Excuse me, tax ID. Sorry, tax ID, not your social security number, your tax ID. As soon as you get your tax ID and get a checking account, you could go apply at Pilot Flying J. It's a corporate card. It'll prove you. Think about that. Right away, first card. Well, I have another one I can go ahead and give you, but I'm not going to give it to you this moment, because it costs you $89. Once you sign up, you're done. You got it. $5,000 reporting. Now, I just want to make you aware, they set this game up long ago so you could win. Meaning this, it doesn't just apply to the senators or congressmen. It applies to you building corporate credit. See, personal credit was never meant for you to use to get into debt. Let me rephrase that. Personal credit was never meant to be used to finance debt, which means your own personal finance. It's only used for emergencies. If you have a $100,000 card, personal, your only best bet is to use 25% of that, and that's it. This way, because here's the thing, if a lender sees you use 30 to 40% of your card, they panic. They say, whoa, this person must need money. But in a corporate card, if you have $100,000 in a corporate card, guess what? If you don't use 80 to 90% of it, they say you don't need it, say they're going to take it. If you don't use it, you lose it in the corporate credit arena. It's all reversed. A lot of you are listening so much to this personal credit mumbo jumbo. It's trash. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and also clear what I mean by trash. Yes, get all the credit you can in the personal side, but do not spend more than 25% of your whole average of your balances that you have on your card, so you don't go below the score. But it's not made for your endeavors. It's not made, but these guys keep telling some of you, hey, let's go get credit and $150,000 personal guarantee for the business. It doesn't report, but they don't tell you if the business doesn't make it, it reports. Oh, bet your booty. I guarantee you this. Those you have in American Express in the business world, stop paying on it. Stop paying on it. And you're going to find out who they're going to report on. Not only on the business, but also on you. Read the fine print. That's why you got to learn there's a special paper that you need to submit when you fill out that application for the business, American Express. Here's another thing. Personal credit was never meant to start a business. That's bringing the pain home. Building your personal credit is a smart thing to do for emergencies, different than just trying to go shopping at the store here, doing this, doing that. There's some things you can do with the corporate credit card that you can't do with a personal card, which means you can use your personal card to buy some personal things, but it does not mean spend and go crazy. Save it for a real rainy day when you need it. Like when COVID-19 hit, a lot of people had their cards already up to the hilt, and guess what? They couldn't go to and ask for cash now. You have a $50,000 card already at $35,000, $40,000, and all you have left is 10 grand. That's not going to feed you. I hate to tell you, it's not going to feed you. Some of you say, oh, that will feed me. Not very long. I'm going to tell you this. But if you have 50,000 available during the COVID, you would have been able to ride it out a little bit to some areas and then go ahead and have some money from the car so you can kind of float the payments. One thing about corporate credit, again, debt follows tax ID. Why do you think a corporation, the USA, has it set up that way? All the debt is put on the 50 states, and then all the 50 states put the debt on the counties. On the counties. Then the counties put it on the, guess who? You. You. Remember that. I know it says this, and I'm just going to just tell you what, I'm not going to get into the religious part of it, but I'm going to go ahead and just say what I know, what I've read. It says, my people are in bondage due to their ignorance. Think about that. Would you rather be the head or the tail? The corporation made sure, the United States made sure they're the head. And then the 50 states are saying, I'm not going to be the tail. So they made the counties the tail. So now the county says, I'm not going to be the tail. And they made you the tail. You the tail. You. You don't believe me? Why is your check always taxed? Why don't you have a corporation where you're able to write everything off from the top? You make $20,000 a month, you minus your expenses, and then what's ever left, you're going to pay taxes on. I'm not advocating that you go ahead and do anything goofy. I'm just letting you know all your business expenses, like anybody else, could be you become the head. It comes right off the top first, and then what's left you pay. You must begin to understand what perk packages are, how to design the corporation so you can live a life that works for everybody and your family. So when you spend your personal money, you're not spending a lot of it because you're trying to do this and that. No. You got to understand you can design yourself to be paid properly and accordingly to where you make money so you can go ahead and spend money in a more appropriate way than having the leftovers that you get from the job. Some of you have businesses out there and you think you're a smart rat. You really think you are a smart rat. Oh, I know it all. I'm making money, so I don't need nobody. When you're making money is the time you want to go ahead and start building for the storm. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Everything happens usually in 90-day cycles to 120-day cycles. Good, bad, or indifferent, I'm not saying. We even have it. But guess what? When you have grant money given to you, when you have COVID grant money given to you, there's more financial opportunities now than there's ever been. Also, another thing I want to let you know, building corporate credit and understanding how it actually works for you empowers you so you can have stuff in life. For instance, you're not going to be like these people. There's nothing wrong with these people. Don't get me wrong. I guarantee you every one of them somewhere is brilliant in what they do. Some of them probably have their degrees. Nothing wrong with degrees, but how many have a degree and they're not even working in the job they want? This is the only place I can tell you, I can guarantee you, if you follow the steps between 9 to 18 to 24 months max, you'll have anywhere between $50 to $1 million worth of corporate credit if you're willing to follow it. And if the investment you make on yourself, think about this. Some of you paid $20,000, $40,000, In fact, you can go to $120,000. Some of you can go to technology schools where you go ahead and learn a skill trade like working on trucks, and you pay maybe $17,000 to $18,000 to go ahead and learn how to make money by doing on the trucks. Then you go get a job at a truck place working on trucks. Cool, then you make your money, your investment, right? It's the same thing here. It's the same thing. Just think about it for a minute, folks. Think for 1 minute. Guess what? If you made an investment of, I use this number all the time, and if it scares you, good. I'm not saying that's the price, but the number I like using. If you invested $5,000 in yourself to build corporate credit, and in 9 to 18 to 24 months max, you even had $50,000 in corporate credit, business credit, vendor credit, cash credit. Isn't that 10 times your money? Then you have something to show for it. And I'll show you what I mean by this in a minute. Here's the thing. You can get out of this line and do what you really want to do and put your education to work. See, you went to school to go learn how to answer answers. Oh, I got an A on my test because I remember all that. I had to memorize this and that. And do you think anything I used from there? No, I just know that I can memorize. They want you to get the right answer instead of getting the buffet of answers. There is a buffet of answers out there for the questions that you have about what your life's all about. Where am I going? What am I doing? See, one of the things why a lot of students get lost, they don't no longer give you an avenue of thinking for yourself, which means this. You get to go ahead and create, but if you don't have the money to create, how are you going to create? But no one tells you the money's there that you can get to create, even if you're a beginner, corporation, or whatever it is. Whether you're a woman, what do you call it? Woman, different people from ethnicities, whatever there is. You can even be just a brand new person starting a business that helps out something in areas that they like. Use your education, not to memorize, but here the education is you're going to have to put things into action. You're going to have to go ahead and grade. And I say have to, not in the way like it's a forceful thing. The wisest thing for you to do is follow the instructions so you can get where you want to go. Your grade is by accomplishing what the task is. That's your grade. Then your grade, biggest grade, your final grade to the next chapter, to the next section in the building. But your first grade is getting your cards, getting your corporation built, getting the unusual, like I said, unincorporated corporation built with a tax ID, DUNS number, phone number. You're going to have a website and then start building your corporate credit and realizing, okay, you have to go to certain places and apply with them and get your credit so you can get the scores. Once you get the scores, and guess what? Then we can start moving on and moving on. You go from 5 reporting to 5 cards reporting to 8 cards reporting to 10 cards reporting to 12, 14 cards reporting. Once you get 14 cards, not trade credit like a Uline or Granger. I'm talking where you get a plastic card like from Staples, or you get a card like from Valero, or you like to get a card from trying to show you here. Hold on. Like trying to cover the number 2, but like from Pilot J. All right, this is Pilot J card. Getting another card from your bank, not like a whatchamacallit, but getting a card from your bank. Getting a card from your bank, all right, corporate card, so you can go ahead and guess what? Start building and building and building. There's more things, your staple cards and everything else like that. One of the things I want to let you know, you can get out of this line and move to the line for the abundance. This line here is where some people died. They've died, which means this, not physically, but they gave up on their dreams. The system is not designed for you to live a life of dreams, even though they keep preaching it. But it's like this. When someone says, I like you, and they're shaking their head, no, is that congruent? Or they say, you're never going to make it. You're never going to make it. Look how the incongruence that is. All I want to let you know, there's nothing wrong with where you're at. What I'm saying is you don't have to stop dreaming anymore. Get back into dreaming. Where's that little kid? All right, we're moving out of that line. You want to be, there it is right there. Make it rain. That little kid's walking with spunk. And this is what I'm saying to you. This is what I'm saying to you. Yet you can walk your life this way. Spiritually, financially, mentally, emotionally, socially, and physically. Just because you're 100,000 years old does not mean you cannot have a little skip in your step. Does not mean you cannot have a dream and fulfill it. Even if you're 18 years old, man, I tell you what I would have given to know what I know now at 18 and do this. And knowing someone's willing to go ahead and direct me, you can do and be whatever you want by the time you're 20, if not even sooner than that. Think about it. You make a small investment in yourself and you get a better return than you did when somebody that have gone to college. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, let's go here. Next thing, we're going to turn you into a CFO, which means you, just like that. You're going to learn to go ahead and be a cougar, a lion, whatever it takes, a leopard. Now, we will build you to be the millionaire CFO. This is what we're looking to go ahead and do. I'm not looking to do $50,000 CFO. That's fine. We'll start you there. That's the mentality you have. We'll expand your mind. Why? Because our mind's already expanded to that level. One of the beautiful things is at least you're not hanging around with thudbaggers that say, well, you know, I hope you can make it. I think maybe. I'm not really sure. Come on. Stop it already. This is what we're looking forward to building for you. Next thing is this. You want to begin to understand. You want to begin to understand why the corporation is so powerful, why the divisions are so powerful, because you look, again, go back to what I told you in the beginning about the United States and their divisions, which is what the 50 states. And then the 50 states has this, their cities, and the cities has their counties, and the counties have their people. Yes, you. If you want to get out of that mess and nonsense, there's a way to go ahead and do it appropriately. Also, another thing I said last week, you need to understand the difference. You need to study the statutes and the codes. I wrote this in one of the things on a commentary I have on another website. Statutes and codes. Go read the statutes and codes in every county, every city, every state, and also in the federal government. Nowhere does it mention flesh and blood, living man. What it mentions is the Ensligus. Who's that? That's for your own study to find out. Next thing you want to understand is this. Why the division is so important? Again, we're not here to give you legal or accounting advice. We're just giving you information that we do that works and what we understand and what we study. That's why I said calling all fact checkers. Calling all fact checkers, please. We need you and we're looking for you, okay? Now, another thing is this. Why do you want to learn SS4? SS4 is so powerful. Why? Because, again, the corporation, tax ID, debt follows tax ID, debt follows tax ID. A corporation, don't name it after you. If you name it after you, that's dumb diddy dum dum dum. Why? Because you're building corporate credit to that. You want to do business under the divisions, just like the United States. They don't do really any business. It's all under divisions. You'll see what you've got to be. You want to begin to understand those things. Don't name it for what it does, which means when you have your main corporation, you don't name it for what it does. Don't say it's Paints R Us. Name it like something like Coronado Coast and Associates. All right, what does that mean? That's good. Now, if you really have to have something in your name, you can set it up in the division. In the divisions, I say you should have real estate. You should have a franchise and a current business, whatever the current business may be. Here's one thing I want to tell you. Once you start building your money, once you start building the corporate credit, once you start the 9 to 18 months, you're going to have money to do certain things. You'll definitely have money for a franchise. I'm going to say, I use, what's that franchise sandwich shop? Forgot the name of it already. Gee, with the Christmas. Subway. Subway is a good medium franchise to get into. Even if you go check their books, fact checkers, please go do this again. It might cost you $250,000, $300,000 to get in. All right, so you have that kind of money. That's what I'm saying. Get into $1 million is what you're looking for, and using the other people's money to make money. And let's say you get into the worst chain there is when you get set up. Let's say the worst case scenario, after all bills are paid, even you paid, you're left with over $110,000. That's still not bad. That's about $9,000 a month still. Not bad. And you're still able to go ahead and pay back the money wherever you got it from the business. Think about this. OPM leaves you with 100 grand. I said, after all bills are taken care of, that means also paying the franchise fee and paying the money that you borrow. Real estate. Now, one thing's powerful about real estate. You really got to understand this. We have a class on this, but one thing about real estate, if you want to use a LLC, that's cool. If you're dead set on using an LLC, you don't be the LLC. Have a corporation create the LLC. We have a class about how to do that properly. Also, another thing is this: in the real estate, create a division. Let's say it happens to be Apple Street, then create Apple Street, whatever the address is, 345 Apple Street. That's a division name. So if anything happens while you're fixing it up, getting ready to go, and someone wants to sue you, all they can do is sue that one, because debt follows tax ID. You're going to learn how to go ahead and isolate, incorporate, negotiate, and if after you can BK it and nothing will happen. Because remember, debt follows tax ID. Here's what I'll let you know. Each division can get up to 100K to 1 million per tax ID. You can get up to 200K, which means this: personal and business. Personal and business. Personal's for emergencies, business so you can go ahead and make money, so you don't have to go ahead and tap into your personal credit like a yo-yo. Don't do it. Stop it. I'm telling you, stop it. Oh, but I'm going to go ahead and make money, and I'm going to go invest in this, and I'm going to get it all back. I'm going to tell you this much. No, you're not. Some of you got lucky. I got it. Lucky means this: you follow this and it worked. All right. What I'm saying is, why risk rolling the dice when you just spend a few months investing in yourself, getting your money back? All right. So let's say you use a credit card to pay to join. Well, guess what? You can pay that credit card back from the cash you get when you build your company. So you're not out the money in the long run. It's a short-term investment based on what you're willing to do, how fast you want to go. We'll run as fast as you want. You want to go fast? You want to be done in 30 days? Boom. We got a program. We can do it 30 days for you, which means you get everything set up, get this, get that, get done, boom, boom, boom. And then you get your first card. Then we'll start having you build your other stuff. In 90 days, you'll have your numbers. And guess what? You'll have your scores, and we start getting credit cards. And we start building from there, and building and building and building. Everything builds upon itself. Everything builds upon itself. It's a structure that builds upon itself. Next thing is this. What you want to go begin to understand is, as you go on, oops, go backwards, there we go. Here's this. This is another thing you understand, is that you can go ahead, have unlimited cards. American Business American and American Express Platinum. You can have them both. You can push those cards up to 1 million in personal and corporate credit. But most people don't tell you that. I just want to let you guys understand something. It's so awesome when you apply in behalf of the organization that you work for, and you don't sign for it, and the corporation's approved under the corporation name. The only card that's 25 to 29% doesn't affect your credit score, which means this: in the business and corporate world and business credit, these are cards. This is not the only card itself, but cards. Even if you used, let's say you had $1 million line and you used 900, you used 900,000, then 1 million. But you use 900, that's okay. But if you use more than that on your credit card, if you have that kind on a personal credit card, they're going to get worried, because they're going to think, oh my God, this guy needs money. Credit cards and personal credit was not about you needing money. Yeah, over the years, they sold it that way. They kept telling you, hey, use this, use that. Go ahead and buy this and buy that. Now they talk about buying a house, talk about buying a car, but credit cards are different. Credit cards are different. Excuse me, I'm drinking water right in front of you, folks. Again, this is live, so I'm not going to hide anything from you. That's why I even said early in the program, those people had 90 days that worked with us to see who we really are. They got to know us. So guess what? We came through in those areas. They did their following work, and now they paid for the next. Now they actually paid for the next level, because they're getting serious. We're working for this level next. What I want to begin to also let you know is this: remember, These cards are under corporate credit, and then also there's a way to go ahead and get it for you personally. Next, how about this? Again, remember I tell you about divisions? Remember I mentioned to you about divisions. Divisions. You can get unlimited cards up to 10, which means this. You can push up to 1 million in a personal corporate credit, a personal and corporate credit. All right, I can tell you. So let's say you have $100,000 times 10, that's 1 million. You can get 10 cards for each division, and guess what? That'll be a total of $1 million right there. That's just on that, on the corporation side. Again, United States and those divisions are off the 50 states. The 50 states now have their own personal guarantee, which goes up to the mother company. I'm telling you, folks, when you learn the structure of this properly, you'll be so powerful that when a storm comes, you won't run away anymore. You'll run to it, man, like, come on, let's go. I'm ready. Because you're going to have the power to do what you need to do. You're not going to be afraid. What if I tell you, even if you took one of those divisions and they were going bad, and we took the good pieces, we were able to save the good pieces, and then we're able to go ahead and incorporate, arbitrate, negotiate, and then if it didn't work out, they didn't like it, then your company will file BK. If they don't like the offer you make for whatever it is, then that's what the offer will be. You go to court, that's the best, that's all you can afford, that's it. Debt follows tax ID, not you. They won't be knocking on your door. You're not going to bring the pain home anymore. Let me tell you this. One thing I won't tell you is the Dun & Brad, Business Equifax, tax ID, all the debt follows that, not you. That's the beauty. Why do you think they created the way they created it? They didn't create it because they didn't know what they were doing. They created it for themselves, hoping you wouldn't find out that you can join the same mafia family. I'm sorry to say it that way. And you can go, oh, no, I'm not going to join that. Well, I'm just letting you know, it's a big deal. Everything else, you can get corporate credit just like them. You're no different. You can build. You want to be a Bezo? Build as much as you want. Do you think Bezo, most of the stuff that sits on Bezo's shelves is on either a 30, 60, or 90-day invoice? And every time you buy something from Bezo, Amazon, guess what? You're paying for that thing that's on the shelf. Oh, excuse me. I know Walmart pays for everything on their shelves, don't they? They don't have a 30, 60, or 90-day invoices to pay, do they? Come on. Folks, OPM, what are you thinking about? This is all about for you. This is for you to begin to understand. And the reason I'm kind of poking at you, and maybe you might get mad at me. Let's go ahead and get mad at me. I'm not worried about you liking me. I don't want you to like me, because you like me is crazy. All I want you to do is be able to go ahead and take what we teach you. We'll implement it. We'll get you where you want to go. We'll get the cards for you. And then what's the next level? In fact, I pray you don't like me, because then you'll listen even more. Oh, I like him. No, I don't care about all that. Being is cheap. But the best thing is I get to see you succeed and get the cards you're looking for fulfilling your dream, and you not liking me. That's the best thing. Why? Because we did it in a way that works for you. Each one is an individual thing. Your corporation is individual. For those of you who say, I'm not going to join the system. Actually, you're getting out of the system. You're getting out of the system and using the system for your availability. You're using the money they say you can't have, but now you can have. Some of you went to school and you're not working the job you want to work. Why not create the job you want? Some of you are so brilliant, but yet you miss this piece in life. Some of you even trade on I can't believe this. I saw some people's income taxes regarding on trading, okay? Trading stocks or options. They show what they made, but you know what? It's under their personal name. What a dummy. I'm sorry to say it, but go check with your CPA and tell me, if you create a division that happens to be a trading division and trading account, tell me how much you can write off. Tell me you can't write 100% off. What's that if it's a business under a tax ID, a legit business that you trade with every day, 5 days a week, and you study and learn. And this guy says he makes $8 million. Where's $8 million worth of cents? Why would you want to go ahead and pay personally on the $8 million? That's goofy. That's just my opinion. Who knows? Maybe it works for him. All I'm saying, folks, there's many ways you can do things. It's like get out of the box, grow, think, know that you have the ability to live again. In 20, what are you going to be at the end of 2021, where you're at right now? Are you really happy? What's so burning so deeply inside of you? What's that pain that you have? You keep looking. Maybe some of you have a family, or maybe together you're married, a husband and wife, and you're just looking, you're both scraping. What really emotionally is just driving you? And every day you just keep hoping and wishing. Only if was the fifth, we all be drunk. There is no if. All there is ACTION, and keep running forward. All we like to say to you at Corporate Credit Blueprints, corporatecreditblueprints.com, is this: you can have whatever dream you wish. The dreams you once had when you went to college and it didn't quite work out for some of you, and you have this debt. What if I tell you, those of you who went to college and those who went to a trade school or whatever you went to, that if you actually set everything up properly, your corporation, you're going to be an employee, you're going to set it up, you're going to set things up to where the corporation will be able to take over your student loan. Once they take over the student loan, they make the monthly payments for you. And guess what? The corporation is able to write off that whole payments every month off. It takes a monkey off your back. And it's how you structure right and do it correctly. All right. I'm not here to be your attorney. I'm not here to give you legal advice. I'm only telling what we've done and how we work. And of course, everything we always sought out is with the attorney. Now, another thing is, and also the CPAs. Another thing is this: you can go online and get a lot of free information on what you're going to do. But what's that one deep pain that you guys don't tell anybody about because you're afraid they're going to laugh at you? We're not laughing at you. If you call us and say, look, I'm on a shoestring budget. Okay, what's this unincorporated thing? Okay, this is the first thing you're going to do. And this is the second thing you're going to do. We're going to coach you all the way through. We have a class, a private class on Thursday night that we don't, that once you register with us, you come to. Wednesday night's kind of open, but I don't get really deep details because it's not that type. It's not, I don't have time to do the details that way. Because this class usually is about 2 hours that we have. I'm looking at my time because my timer's saying, hey. So I just want to let you guys know, understand this. You don't have to give up. Those also, truckers, what are you doing? Do you realize on that Pilot J I showed you, or you can get a fleet car too, for $6,000? That's 3 trucks you can run. That's 3 tractors you can run. And it's on a net. So I just want to let you guys understand we're here to get you where you want to go, not where you don't want to go. See, all this stuff you hear about these other people, whatever they're charging you, that's all layer stuff. Why do you care about that? We want to get you your first layer where it says corporation, get you to $100,000, and from there we'll turn that into $1 million. But we can turn any number you pick on the first level, we're just going to go ahead and get it up there, and it'll be very easy. Now, there's 4 points of income we talk about. One is real estate. When you have the money, you're going to have the real estate. When you have the money, you're going to have the real estate. When you have the money, you're going to have the real estate. This is the stuff I'm talking about. You can go, what can you do with $1 million? You can do some damage. Our next thing is this: franchise. Again, I told you guys about franchises. Real estate, or maybe homes, or whatever you want to do, condos, whatever it is. All right. The next thing is this: we want to begin to let you know is, as long as you grow and begin to grow, you want to go ahead and have, guess what? You want profit sharing and leveraging money with credit. How about I tell you, there's really 84 ways to do this, but we're going to only show you 4 in a workshop. But the 4 ways to go ahead and make sure you leverage your money. Out of $1 million, could you not become the bank, which means you're the head, not the tail, which means you lend out to maybe some homeowners that need $10,000, that you know you have enough equity in there. Many things you can go ahead and do. Learning the steps. Here's what we want to do here at Corporate Credit Blueprints. corporatecreditblueprints.com. Oh, by the way, here's the sales commercial. 888-471-4252. 888-471-4252, extension 2001. 888-471-4252, extension 2001. Those of you who call between now and before Thanksgiving, there's something special that we'll have for you. But first of all, I want you to understand, those of you who have, I don't care if you have a corporation where it is now, go to our website at Corporate Credit Blueprints, Corporate Credit Blueprints, or www.corporatecreditblueprints.com, www.corporatecreditblueprints.com. Register for the free consultation. Tell me what you got. Hey, this is what I have. Don't worry. I'm not going to put it this way. I don't have time to judge where you're at. I just have time to listen to your information and then also take notes where you want to go. Then I can tell you yes, no, or here's my suggestion. And then from there, I'm going to tell you, here's this, this, and this. You choose. What do you want to do? But some people, I'll say, you know what? It's best where you stay at. This is not for you. Because I'm not going to bring somebody into something that's not going to work for them. The thing is, all I want to say is that your dream and whatever that little pain inside of you is that says that, hey, you know, God, I really would like to do this, but I'm scared. I'm not really sure. Be scared. It's okay. You don't think one time my life was scared? Hey, when I have to go to another level in whatever it is in life, you're going to be a little nervous because we like the known. Some people like the known. Being broke and being without money is known, so they're happy that way. And they're still complaining. Hey, that's crazy. Whatever comes out of this mouth is that you're going to end up creating it. This is what I want people to understand is what we do here is we really listen to you. And if you say you want X, we're going to be all over it. Yeah, now you said you wanted X. What do you mean now you're changing your mind? No. Well, it's scary. Good. We'll walk with you. Let's go. We're not going to leave you alone. Come on. So, all right, back to regular. So learning the steps, I want you to repackage your whole life at a weekly workshop, and that's on Thursday. Wednesday is just to warm up and stuff like that to kind of keep you clued in. Our business and our staff want to repackage your whole life, whatever you have going now, whether you already have your business established, even if you're a trucker and you say, you know what can I do to at least to get a couple of gas cards? Call us. We'll help you get yourself straightened out. And also eventually get you to the point where you can go buy a couple of more tractors on corporate credit. You guys, you can have your dream. You can have your dream. And guess what? Dreams are going to cost you something. Think about those you go to the gym and work out. You work out what? Because you don't have a dream? Some of you work out so intense because you know that what it's going to produce, but it doesn't show up right away, does it? It's about 90 days later that you see it, then another 90 days. And then all you guys want to let you know, everything takes time. But once you plant this seed, it's like bamboo. It just shoots up and grows like crazy. So now with that said, I just want to let you know that one of the things that we're letting you know is this. For our Thanksgiving is that this. Our Thanksgiving, our Thanksgiving is this. We want to build you up to get you a gold card. That whole package, what I just talked about right there in front, is $9.99. That'll get you to at least get you to the divisions. Not building division, that's a whole other course. But for $9.99, we'll help you build everything up. Also, there's another package for people that already have stuff set up. There's a different price for that particular setup because it's a little different than the starting from scratch. But if you call this, we'll give you the same price. All I'm going to tell you is this, and this is good just until Thanksgiving. Anyone calls after Thanksgiving, I'm sorry, we will not honor that price. Until Thanksgiving, the next day, Black Friday. Black Friday is going to be a higher price. We're going to take it to our original price. Now, this is a small investment. This is a small investment in you. So it's $1,000. All right. You get 10 times that 1,000, even you got $10,000 of credit. That's 10 times your return already. All I want to let you know is that you'll make your money back so you can go ahead and use what you got to do to build. But here's the thing. Remember this. Only you are the one that can go ahead and determine and finish the product work. All I want to let you know is this. At Corporate Credit Blueprints, We're here for one thing. I really do want to see you make it. Let me tell you why. Because the beautiful thing is also awesome. And also, I have some gentlemen that wish to speak. Yes. Oops. Let's see. Ask to unmute. Okay. All right.
Hey, Greg.
All right. Yes, we have Keith is one of our partners here, and also he's building his corporate credit. What do you want to say, Keith? We're live. I think we lost him. You there?
Hey, I'm back. You muted me again.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. All right. So either I'm doing something goofy.
Am I muted?
No, you're not. I can hear you. What would you like to tell the folks? Hello? Still there?
Am I here?
Yeah, you are. We hear you. We're listening to you.
Okay.
All right.
This one's unexpected.
Okay, so now I guess we're muted again. I don't know what happened. All right. Anyways, so here you go. Corporate credit blueprints. Here is what it is. Now, what's so great about it? See, you get to see live stuff. This is live stuff. You guys, people cut out and they edit. No, this is real deal. All right. So corporatecreditblueprints.com. All right. Or you want to write us an email at info@corporatecreditblueprints.com. All I'm going to say is here, go get the free guide for yourself. These are guides they'll guide you. Also, for those of you who just want a 30-minute consultation, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to sell you a thing. I'm going to tell you this, this, and this, and it depends for what you wish to do. It's either you have enough pain to say, you know what, here, doctor, I'm done. Okay, cool, that's fine. In other words, why is there anything to sell to you if you have something? If someone has to try to sell you something, it ain't going to happen. Why? If you really want to say, look, what do I got to do? What's the cost for this? All right. If you say it's too expensive compared to what? To get your return on your money back or what? Who knows? All I'm saying is that y'all have something you want to go ahead and do. I just want to say thank you for being here tonight. I'm so honored that you guys would be here. And on top of this, I want to say this. We'll have a class Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. We'll have a class that night for Thanksgiving. I want you to be there live because we're going to offer two things, two free stuff. And you're going to have to be the first caller start on Wednesday night when we do this. You're going to have to be the first caller on all this. Okay. So now, remember I told you this is live, right? So isn't the beautiful thing though is that the reason why I'm bending over here is because somebody asked me for something, I'm going to give it to them, which is fine. This is all what happens. This is live. I said, we're not hiding nothing from you. This is real life. So make sure I get them back. So I just want to say, folks, hey, we love you here at Corporate Credit Blueprints. And I just really, if you stayed to the end of this, I want to acknowledge you. Go back and listen to it again. All I want to acknowledge you for is that you're great. And thank you for whatever you've done between now and to assist people in the COVID-19. Also, if you bought any turkey dinners for people, for a family, like I said, it's about $45 per family to buy for a family of 4. And if you've done that, I just want to say thank you very much for doing that. Again, like I said, there's 322 million people in the United States. So maybe 220 million of those are working adults that probably can afford some stuff. And those people that are temporarily in a broke situation. And I'm not even saying they're not poor. Some of them just need a leg up. And I just want to say, this is some things what corporate credit can do too. You can start a nonprofit and also get corporate credit with a nonprofit. It's very easy to do. Also, another thing I just want to say to you folks, take care of your family. The COVID is real, and I'm telling you, it is a beast. I have a very close friend. This is crazy. He is in the hospital on oxygen. They take him off, and it doesn't stay. And I hope they offer him the stuff they released that the president took here Saturday. They said they released it, and so people can use that. It's the president that COVID-19 cocktail did that worked for him real quick. So we're looking forward to that. So folks, thank you for everything you've done. We'll see you again on Thanksgiving Eve. There's two things we're going to give away. Two things we're going to give away. I'm going to go ahead and do a video, real short video on it, what we're going to give away in the next few days. And to let you know that someone will be joining the elite, and we'll give you a special program, and you'll know what the gift is. And from there, I want to say thank you very much and have a blessed evening. And most of all, remember, you make a difference. You make a difference in this world. Have a great one and good night.